Okay, maybe we got this going. I guess we'll find out. Alright. I am going to minimize this guy. I'll wait till someone shows up and see if they can hear me or not. Alright, so I need to actually get this design done so I can get 3D printing it here. So I'm going to jump in right away. I'm not going to wait for people to show up. Once they do, that'll be great. So basically what's happened is a client has broken the shaft on their tiller for their scooter, and they really don't have any money to fix it. And instead of making it look like garbage, I figure maybe we'll make a 3D printed connector that we can just kind of make it look a little bit better than just some random screws and things going into it. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I did take a measurement before I left work, and it was, I do believe, 29 millimeters. So I'm just going to go, what's 29? 14 and a half. So 14.5 millimeters. It's going to give me my circle. We're going to start with that. And then basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to smoothen this out here. I'm going to go here. And I want 60 segments here. Let's make that a little bit nicer. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw right down the middle here. And then I'm going to do a polygon. And that's going to give me my sides that I can put my screw mounting holes into. I'm going to go right up here. And I don't know, let's say 25 millimeters. Let's see what that gives us here. So from here to here, that's fairly good. That's a fairly thick outer parameter or outer shell of the print. So let's see here, 7.2. Yeah, as long as we're not below that, like 6 millimeters or something, which I don't really want to get to. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to, because I'm going to have to split this in half as well. So that way we can clamp it on. And then we're going to have, basically, if we go to the midpoint here, and let's go here. Let's go to midpoint here. Is that midpoint? Where's midpoint? Oh, let's just go like this. Midpoint here. Put that straight up. And go ahead, erase this, erase this. It doesn't look like much right at the moment, but that's not going to happen. Okay, so we're going to go here, go there, go like that, midpoint, there we go. And then basically once, and then we're going to, I guess we're going to split this in half, so I guess we can just start by going like that there. I'm just going to get rid of this, erase that, because that's going to be our hole. And once we raise these up, I'm not sure how high I want this. Do I have a pair of calipers around here? Oh, let's see here. I'm thinking maybe about 70 millimeters. That sounds about like a good place to start, about 70 millimeters, and then we can always adjust later on. But we want it to be a nice tight fit, so I'm just going to go like this, put my 70 in, go like this, once again, put my 70 in, and 70, 70, come over here. You know, we could just go like that, and then we go like that. Alright, so now that we have that, I'm going to be able to kind of move these out a little bit. But basically right at the moment, I'm not too worried about it. I think what I'm going to do because I'm going to have it so that it's screwed together on the sides here. Just kind of hold it together. I guess I could do a couple different ways there. But this will be the easiest. 2 screws on each side, and then we'll put 2 self-tappings on the top and then 2 on the bottom, and then we'll do it on the same other side. So we'll have a total of 4 screws, and then we'll go ahead and 4 screws going through, and I could, I guess, go right through and maybe do, because what size screw would I need here? So if I went from here, went to here, 43 millimeters, then we'd put it in just a little bit. Yeah, I think I'd have to find a big enough screw to kind of go through, so maybe 2 bigger screws. I don't think I have any 40 millimeter screws. I could be wrong. Let me just check. So now I'm wondering what I have for screws. It would be nice to have this printed and kind of be able to. So this one is only, that one is, so I got this one right here. This one's 40 millimeters, but I would have to take away more, so I'm gonna see if I have, so I wonder if I have something a little bit longer. I'd need like a 2-inch screw, I think, to go right through. I've only got 1 and 1.5 inch that I can see. Okay, so with that being said, I don't have any 2-inch screws. So what I would have to do is hit up the hardware store in the morning, grab some 2-inch screws, and be able to do that up properly. So if we do that, we should be able to do the 4 screws right through. And just base it off of our 1.5 inch screw. I might be able to even get away with the 1.5, but it would be really tight. And I don't want to put too much stress on the plastic too quickly. And I don't want it to come loose, so I'd probably put a little thread lock on it as well. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, let's see, I'm going to take one of these screws actually. Maybe we can make it for it. If we just set the screw head and the nut in a bit so it's flush mounted. And then we just have to do our pilot holes on each side and hopefully get that through. So let's see here, that is so that's gonna be 4 millimeters hole, so we'll do 2 millimeter there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to come down the front here. You'll find the middle, come down here, and I'm going to split this off into 4. So 1, 2, oh, wrong spot, 3. But now this is where I'm going to put my screws. 1, 2, and this is where I hope to put that brake. So the brake in the pipe is going to go in this section here, right in the middle of it, and then the screws won't be too stressed out here, so we'll just go like that. And so now we need a circle on this side, so we're going to get our circle. We're going to go here, and what's that at? 3.8. We only want 2. So I'm just going to go 2, enter, go here, 2, enter, 2, enter, 2, enter. Alright, so we've got our holes there started. So we'll make this the actual head of the screw hole. So we're going to have to, what I think I'll do is I'm just going to come over to this side here, and we're going to just do that same thing we did there. So right here, midway, off to the side, off to the side, right, and then this should be, let's go like that, 4, and then 4, and then we're gonna go down here, go like that, we're gonna go here, and we'll go ahead and go one more down, and there we go. And then we're gonna do our 2 millimeter circles here, and then those should line up with the other ones when we get to them, but we just want to get these done first. Then all I'm gonna do is erase these guys here. Alright, and then I want to, on this side here, we're going to use the nut. So with the nut, it is, looks like 9 millimeters. So we're just going to go 9 millimeters with the polygon here again. So we're going to go something like, so 9 would be what, 4.5. So we're going to go 4.5 here. 4, oh, try that again. And I want to try and get all of these lined up properly here. 4.5, and then 4.5. Okay, so with this, then the thickness of the, well, we're going to punch our circles first, but I just want to make it so that the nut just fits in there and it kind of locks into place. So that's going to be 3 millimeters. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to take my eraser, get rid of this, start cleaning this up here. We aren't doing anything else on this side, so we're just cleaning it up. We're going to drop the holes through, and then on the other side we're going to do the same thing, but then we're going to do another circle on the outside to put the other screw holes into there, if that made any sense. So I'm just going to go through here. I'm just going to go to endpoint, just on the top here. When 3D printing, like, yeah, there's ways that you can do this a lot more efficiently. As you can see the little holes on the inside here, and it's solid, right? But when you go to 3D print that, it's not going to be, because if I erase that, it's not going to erase properly here. It's still got, it hasn't punched through, and it's not welded to that. I'm not sure how to do that, but I do know that my one method works on it here. So I'm just punching these in 4 millimeters because that's the nuts that we're going to be putting through. And 4, enter. Okay, so this side's done. If we have to figure out something with that that on that side, then we will certainly do that. But I don't think any more is going to have to happen there. We'll take a look at it when we import it into Repetier host there and try to slice it and kind of see what happens there. So on this side here, now we're just going to do, let me take a look at the head on this guy, kind of see where we're going to be looking at. And we're going to be looking at 7 millimeters. So we'll, on that one, I think I'm going to bump it up to 8. So we're going to do another circle here. And we're just going to go here, and then we're going to go to, so 4. And we can actually clean up this a little bit. And then we're going to go down here, do another 4 out. Same as down here. And here. And now we're going to go ahead. I'm just going to clean up all these now. And we can go ahead and build out our sides. And then we can actually do the extra screws that are going to go on that side. So we're going to do another joining screws that are going to go through here. And I think what we'll do is just slide these out a little bit. Sure, it might not look the best, but we're putting this on a machine. This may or may not work, but I'm going to do a pretty good infill on it, so it should be strong enough. But that being said, the person did fall into their little scooter and broke the tiller on it, so the tiller is completely useless now. And when I went there, he had a screwdriver and the angle adjustment there just so he could get down to breakfast. So he is in a facility, he doesn't have much money, so we're just doing this to kind of help him out. And I'm doing it at home, so that way I can not charge him. I can just have fun making it. So I think we will go, so it looks like the head of the screw is about 3 millimeters. I'm probably going to do, let's do 3.5, just so it's not sticking out. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to punch that in on the edge, do that for the rest of them here, find out where it matches up there. And like I said, we're going to end up, yeah, so that looks pretty good in there. And then what we'll do is we're going to split it, do the 2 prints, and that's why I'm kind of leaving these lines here. So I will have to make, I guess I could have just split it in half to begin with, and then just made a copy of it and just did each piece separately. But I like to see that for sure the screw holes are going to actually go in there. So I'm going to come down to here, punch these in 3.5 and 3.5, 3.5, one more here, 3.5. So now those screw heads are going to go in there. I don't know if this is going to be big enough. I would like a little bit bigger of a gap there, but on the scooter itself there's not much room to actually play around with it. So what we're going to do here is, I think what we'll do is, how can I make this not use so much filament on these sides? But I want to keep the integrity of it. So so I come out 5 millimeters here. No, I need more than that. So let's go 7. Okay. So let's go 7, 7. Right. And then we should be able to just do 2 screws on this one. I don't know if I want to do 2 or 3 yet. I just want to make sure it's not going to break at any time. Mind you, it's going to have the screws coming through here. So I think what we'll do is we'll just do 2 screws on there. So I'm just going to go down to midpoint, click right there, and here. And our first one's going to go here. And then our second one is going to come down here. And then I'm going to go here, and then go up 4. And then same as on this side. I'm going to do this on each side. And then that way I can punch through and everything should line up properly. So that goes there, here, up 4. And we'll come down here. There we go. And come up 4 here. Okay, we're going to come back over to this side here. We're going to go halfway, once again, and halfway, up 4, and there we go, and up 4, and then go ahead, keep that going on the other side here. Then we're going to come across, up 4, and back down here, come across here, up 4. So that's gonna do that part. I'm just doing this all freehand. I wish I knew how to use Fusion, but this is the one I know, so that's what we're using. So since we have all the nuts on the one side and all the screw heads on this side, we're gonna keep up with that. So once again, we're gonna go with a 2 millimeter hole, right? And down here, or it'll be 4 millimeters across. We're going to do that on this side here too, and here. Come on over to this side. We're going to go 2, 2, 2. 2. I think that was 2 mil or 4 mil. Should be 4 mil. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay, so we got 4 mil there. So now 4 mil there. So I need another one of these guys here. what did I say those were again? Let's have a look here. Oh, that's weird. How about what's here? Okay, so that is 9. Okay. We're gonna go here. So, and then we're gonna go 4.5. And then we're gonna go 4.5. And then on this side, we're just gonna use smaller screws to fill in for that, right? Looks like that's... I just want to make sure all the holes are kind of looking like they should. We're just gonna bring that in, go like that. Get rid of this stuff now. Okay. And what was that? That was 4 millimeters in. I don't know how much we have here, but we will. So all I'm doing here is I'm going to the midpoint, and then I'm going to go 4.5 into the midpoint here again, and then 4.5, and then I'll do that on these ones. So put that on the edge, put that on midpoint, and put this in 4.5, 4.5. So total of 8 screws will be used to put this all together. And what I'll do is on the scooter itself is I'll use these as my pilot holes, drill through it, and then the screws will go through, bracing everything, sucking it all together, and hopefully actually keeping it so he can use it. But we'll see what happens here. So is that all those guys? Okay, so on this side, same thing on this side. We're just going to put the circles around it again. So let's go here, and I do believe it was 4. There you go, 4. Oh. 4. 4. And then we're gonna just clean this all up. Alright. I don't think we need that anymore. Get this stuff out of here. And there we go. And then we're gonna do this guy to the midpoint again, this guy to the midpoint, and this guy to the midpoint. There we go. And then, oh, what was this one? This is 3.5 millimeters, so we're gonna do that in 3.5, and then 3.5. There we go. So as you can see, we do have a hole in there, but we do have this kind of separator here, so we can actually be able to cut it and have everything kind of line up again. And that would be as simple as, what we can do is just delete part of it, copy it, and then redo it paste it, and then we'll do the other side. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and erase these parts here. Oh, want to keep that one there. I do not want this one or this one. Go here. I'm gonna reverse the face on that for now. Get all my faces going the right way here. Well, actually, this is the wrong way. It all should be white, but I missed one there. There we go. Okay, that looks pretty good. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's split this now. So let's go like this. So I'm just going to add this. Yeah, seem to be missing some of my bottom here. So let's go ahead and get that filled in. Here, and that's going to go right to here. Now my eraser, we're going to clean that up. And reverse faces, there we go. That looks a little bit better. Hopefully that's enough room in between there. That should be 8.5 millimeters. Yeah, we should be able to get that. Alright, 8. Yeah, that should be enough. Should be enough. And then that way we have the screw holes. Yeah, I think that should be good. I think we're gonna go with that. Yeah, let's do that. So now I'm just gonna go like this. And we're just gonna go like that, like that. That. Just make sure all our selections are selected here. And I'll go like that. I think that should be good for the screw hole side. So I'm just going to go Control C, Control V. I'm going to bring that over here. And then I'm going to do it to the other side there, and then we'll get these all filled in. And then I will throw it into Repetier, and then I can be able to print them out, and that should be pretty good. That looks pretty good. I'm okay with that. Okay, so I'm just gonna go like this, hold down Control, start going through the motions here. I do want to get this guy here. This guy here, and these two guys right here. Okay, now I can go ahead, rotate us back over, and then Control C, Control V, plop that down there. So now we've got our two parts here, and then we should just be able to come off of the circles here and to a corner. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Control Z, Control Z. What if we go like this? That works for me. Go like that. I wonder if I can go. Let's see if we can. There we go. So that's. And then we'll come over here, do the same here. And erase that. These ones here, I'm not too worried about. They're not going to be doing too much, right? Like it's going to print a little bit there, if any. I'm not worried about it by any means. I just want to get this stuff all kind of cleaned up a little bit. And then at least I know all my screw holes, no matter what, will line up. And there we go. Erase that. But I do have to figure out how to make these a little bit more better, or how I can put a circle in a circle. I wish that Sketchup, they used to do live streams actually, and I learned quite a bit from them. So I wish they would bring back the series there. The guy did a really good job. So, but the only thing is I'm using SketchUp Make 2017 here. I'm not even using the newer one. So they definitely have more features in that, but if I can get away with using a free version of something over paying for it, great, because that's more money I can put into projects or filament or whatever I want to make these kind of projects and help people out, versus, you know, having to pay for a subscription and then having to charge them to fix stuff, right? You know, I can just do this in my own time and help them out. So there we go. We've got our two parts here. So I am going to go ahead and export them. Okay, so file, export STL into millimeters. What is this? Can't tell. Give me, actually, let's redo that. I want to go, this will be the top, quote, top casing, and then we'll do the bottom casing. Alright, so file, export STL, export, and new, I'm just going to create a new folder here, call this sure, I'll call this top connector, and we'll export this one here. And this will be bottom connector. There we go. What are we doing here? Okay. So what I think I'm gonna do is let me add, so I'm just gonna go open up my 3D printing software here, Repetier host. I'm gonna go ahead, oh, it looks like there's an update, but I'm gonna skip that for now. And then I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to add, what's this? And I'm going to add screen capture, add source, add new source, and we're gonna okay. Then we're gonna go that one. Okay. Can I put that down here? Can I go like that? There we go. Alright, so if I go like that, let's see if we go here. Just go like that. So as you can see, this is where it kind of wants to repair them. So I'm going to go ahead and see how bad they look once they're repaired. And see if I can still... Yeah, I'm okay with that. So basically it was just having an issue in these holes here. And basically all that's going to do is... well, not cause too much of an issue, but it'll be what it'll be. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to go, so this is the way my printer's going to print. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to rotate this like that, and then I want to go like this, put that one here, take this one here, rotate it, get that on its side, and there we go. And kind of line them up as much as I can, and then we're going to have our two pieces there. And then we're going to go slicer. I don't think I need a brim on this one. Support type. It's everywhere, but I think with the circle, we shouldn't really need any sort of support under there, because it's just going to go a little bit at a time and then eventually fill in. Alright, so there we go. And as you can see here, it kind of opened up those holes in there. So I didn't really need to punch it through. So there will be a little bit of cleanup in there. But chances are it's going to get lost in... Oh, maybe I should... So that's going to take 8 hours, eh? I don't know if I have enough filament on the printer. Ooh, and I got to get that done for tomorrow. Let's try it with touching the bed. See how long that takes. Because if I start it now, hopefully, so 10 hours from now, yes, I should have enough time to print that. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put those on to print right away here. So basically, I need to get this on to print now, or I'm not going to get it printed tonight. The only bad part about that is my printer's like right behind me here, and it's pretty loud. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call it a night here. What I'll do is I'll print it out. I'll take some pictures tomorrow, and maybe we'll show it on tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, roughly around that area, and we'll have a look at some of the pictures of what it looked like when I installed it, and maybe my thoughts of maybe how I could have done it better. But what are we at here? 45 minutes or so here. So that's not too bad. We've got, we went from design up to the point where we're ready to print. We'll put it on for tonight, come back and revisit it tomorrow and have a look at that and see what we do next. Will this work? Who knows? But like I said, he's getting it for free. So if it works for a week or 2 weeks or forever, great. If not, well, it is what it is. The only other thing I could think that would have been good to add to this would be like a couple little, like a little snap together construction on it as well. So just adding a couple of circles to the inside of those and raising them on one side and lowering them on the other, so that way it would like pressure fit together, so I wouldn't have to like hold it and kind of line things up and drill. I could just do that. But I think with the screws on the side of the unit, we should be able to do this fairly well. So anyways, that's it for me for tonight. So thank you for watching, everyone. You have a wonderful night, a wonderful week, and we will see you tomorrow or the next day. Tomorrow it is. Okay, take care, eh?